All right, guys, let's get some NBA picks and props for Monday, March 25th slate of games. Trey, let's take a look at that leaderboard and have you start us off.
Yeah, guys, not a good day for me NBA wise. That's what I get for putting my trust in the Clippers. I gave out the Clippers minus 9.5 versus 76ers. They lost this game straight up, and Harden put Tyrese Maxey in a headlock. So it is what it is.
He did indeed, and the ref shrugged it off. I gave out the Warriors plus 3.5. Oh, and one day I got hooked again. The Timberwolves took the game by 4 points after the Warriors were winning the entire way up to the fourth quarter with about 10 minutes left. So they choked that game away. Oh, and one day there. Trey, let's go to the player props. Have you start us off.
Yeah, guys, I went 0-1 here as well. James Harden choked out Maxey, and that's the reason why we lost. Probably not, but Harden, I gave out over 31.5 PRAs, finished with 30. Only scored 12 points, and we still barely lost. Maybe just one more bucket, Harden. Come on.
Yeah, and I have Tyrese Halliburton going tonight, going up against the Lakers. The game is not tipped off yet, but I took him over 18.5 points going up against those Lakers. Hopefully, you can get that for us. Trey, let's go to the group play. 0-1 day again here for the group play. The Thunder got dominated by the Bucks in the second half. Milwaukee playing some good basketball right now. The Thunder did not look great on the road, so that's something to look forward to. Maybe if we get a Bucks versus Thunder matchup in the near future, if it's at the Thunder. So Trey, let's go to the group play for tomorrow. It's going to be the Boston Celtics, the best team in the NBA, going up against maybe the worst team in the NBA right now, the Atlanta Hawks. They're laying 11.5 on the road. I'll start. I'm going to take the Boston Celtics team total here in this game, Trey. The Atlanta Hawks are one of the worst defensive teams in the NBA. They've given up over 120-plus points per game. Ever since Trae Young went out, they have been a wreck. So I'm going to take the Boston Celtics here minus 11.5 and the Boston Celtics team total over 2 plays for the group play. Trey, what do you like?
Yeah, I feel like the Celtics are going to dominate here in this game. I agree with you. I'm just going to take the Celtics here minus 11.5. I do expect the Celtics to absolutely pour on the points, so I do not hate their over team total, but I just feel like they're going to just dominate this game on both ends. I have no confidence in this Atlanta Hawks offense outside of DeJounte Murray. And besides Murray, where they got Bogdanovich, and, I'm not too worried about them. I feel like Tatum, Brown, and company can be able to outscore them and outpace them throughout this game. I feel like we're going to see Boston win all 4 quarters, and by the time the final buzzer sounds, they're going to win by at least 15 plus. So I agree. Give me the Celtics here minus 11.5.
All right, we'll both take Boston there. Let's go to our plays for tomorrow. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to be talking about this Portland Trail Blazers going up against Houston Rockets game. And in my opinion, this is going to be an entertaining game to watch. Yes, the Trail Blazers have given up on the season, but the Rockets, they're pushing for the playoffs with the Golden State Warriors losing yesterday to the Timberwolves. That puts the Rockets only 1 game behind them for the last spot in the play-in. Give me the Rockets here minus 9.5 in this game. Actually, went up a point. Give me them here minus 10.5. I'm not worried about the spread getting bigger, because that means that the money is just coming in on the Rockets and they're going to dominate here. And I feel like they're going to easily cruise to a double-digit win, because Houston, they've won 8 games in a row, and they've dominated all of those games, winning those 8 games by an average score of 125 to 110. So winning by an average of 15 points per game. Meanwhile, this Trailblazers team, like I said, they've given up. They've lost 6 games in a row, and they've gotten blown out in those 6 games, losing those by an average score of 116 to 106. So losing by an average of double digits per game, that is no bueno. I would be very surprised if the Blazers score 110 plus points in this one. Their injury report is simply too long. In Portland, they've already ruled out Jeremy Grant, Shaden Sharp, Malcolm Brogdon, and Robert Williams for this game. Anthony Simons, DeAndre Ayton, and Matisse Thybulle are all questionable. So this Trailblazers team, they're basically a shell of themselves at the moment. Meanwhile, this Rockets team, they are fully healthy. The only person out is Jabari Smith Jr. for his suspension for getting in a fight. But I'm going to take the hungrier team here in this game. The Rockets, now they're only 1 game behind the Warriors right now, and they know that they need to keep winning these layup games and put all the pressure on Golden State. Look for Jalen Green and Fred VanVleet to dominate here in this one. The Portland backcourt is just a turnstile on the defensive end. So give me the Rockets here. I might take them minus 10.5 versus the Blazers.
Yeah, Trey, I like that play there for you. For my play today, I'm going to be looking at the Charlotte Hornets going on the road to face off against the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm taking the Cavs here in this game at home minus 11.5 to blow out the Hornets. This game should be over in the first half, because not only are the Cavaliers the clear-cut best team in this matchup, they're also coming off an embarrassing performance in their last game on the road against the Miami Heat, losing that game by 40 points. The Cavaliers, they desperately need to stop the bleeding. They have lost 3 consecutive games against the Heat twice, and then the Timberwolves. Now they get a chance back home against one of the worst teams in the NBA without all of their players, basically. This should be a murdering by the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're not going to have Donovan Mitchell on the floor, but it looks like they might get Max Strus back, and they also have the Towers down low who can dominate in this game. This is the time for them to stop the bleeding going up against the Hornets, who rely on two players to do all of their scoring. Give me the Cavaliers in this game, minus 11.5 as the play. Take it up to minus 20.5. I think this is a 20-plus point blowout by the Cavaliers. Trey, let's go to the player props. How do you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to stay in my same game. Give me Jalen Green. I'm going to take him to go over 26.5 points versus the Trailblazers. I really love this over for Green. Even though this is a massive line, I expect him to dominate here in this one. And I believe that for a few reasons. The first reason is Green is on an absolute heater right now. He just had a baby, and ever since he had his baby, he has been dominating because over his last 5 games, Green, he's averaging a massive 34.4 points per game, which is over this number. And that's allowed Green to play with a ton of confidence. He's starting to do the Curry no-look three-pointers over that span. So it seems like he's playing with a ton of joy, and that's allowed him to dominate. And I expect him to keep on dominating here in this one. And that's because of his matchup versus Portland. I kind of prefaced it in the game picks where I said that their backcourt is a turnstile on the defensive end. And that is mainly because of Scoot Henderson. He has ranked in the bottom of basically every single defensive efficiency category all season long. And with Henderson, he's going to be guarding Green throughout this game. So that's going to bode very well for us to go over on his points. I expect Green to keep dominating here. Give me Jalen Green to go over 26.5 points versus the Trailblazers.
Yeah, Trey, I like that one there. For my player prop tonight, I'm going to take Jaylen Brown of the Boston Celtics to go over his total points going up against the Hawks. The Celtics are so good this season that they allow their star players to play a couple games, then take a couple game off, play a couple games, and take a couple game offs. They have put an injury report down for these injuries, but Jaylen Brown has sat out 3 of the last 7 games, and I'm pretty sure he's not even hurt. It says ankle injury, but that is bullshit. He's going to be back in for the night's game against the Atlanta Hawks, who are one of the worst defensive teams in the NBA, giving up over 120 points per game. We know Drew Holiday is definitely not going to play in this game. We also might not see Kristaps Porzingis, who might sit out as well. Jaylen Brown, though, he's been on a terrific run of scoring over the last several games. But just looking at the games he's played over the last 10 for the Boston Celtics, he's played in 7 of those 10. He scored over 27 points in 6 of the 7. If he did go back a little bit further, he scored 25-plus points in 10 of the last 12. That's typically where his number drops for his over, also at 25 points. And going up against the worst defensive team in the NBA right now, up there with the Wizards, I'm going to take his over, as Boston should play shorthanded and rely on Brown scoring. Give me Jaylen Brown over his total points as the play there. Trey, let's go to the graphic. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, it went up a point. Now I'm going with the Rockets minus 10.5 versus the Blazers. The Rockets, they're on a mission right now. They've won 8 games in a row. They're looking to make the NBA playoffs and surprise the world and hopefully not beat my Lakers, but we'll see what happens. Also going with Jalen Green over 26.5 points versus the Blazers. I expect Green to dominate in this one. He's been getting 30 burgers every night. There's no reason why it shouldn't continue against the Trailblazers.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Cavaliers after the embarrassing performance. Minus 11.5 at home against the Hornets. They should blow them out. And then Jaylen Brown over his points again. Probably going to drop 24.5, 25.5. Smash that over against the Hawks in that game. Guys, that's going to do it for the NBA Plays and Props for Monday, March 25th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please be sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Super Bowl. We also have 12,000 subs coming right around the bend. We're at 10,200. We're going to give away 2 tickets to anybody to any game they want. NBA, NFL, college basketball. It doesn't matter. We can wait until the new season for NFL. Any game you want to go, whenever we get to 12K, we're going to have that giveaway coming up as well. Leaderboard. We had multiple questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You're going to click that. There's 2 options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube. And it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month. A little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there. Trey,